Kyra has just turned 18. Her parents often travel abroad, so she lives alone in a big house. The only thing keeping her company is literature. She dreams of one day being loved. And today, something new is about to happen in her life. She meets someone like her, a writer and a teacher, Jonathan, who came to this quiet town seeking inspiration. Kyra is the first to arrive at his class, surprising Jonathan. He asks where she lives and they exchange stories about their lives. He's amazed to learn Kyra has read the entire curriculum. Jokingly, she says she prefers things a bit rougher. Then her friend Vinny enters and pulls her away to talk. While they're gone, Jonathan looks at Kyra's books. Boris interrupts him and quickly realizes Jonathan is reading one of Kyra's books. It's filled with very provocative content, something men typically wouldn't read. Coincidentally, Kyra is a fan of a book Jonathan wrote. He lives with his wife Beatrice, who is also a writer. He tells her one of his students is reading his novel. Jonathan share a moment and they even dance, but are interrupted by a call from Emmy. The next day, the teachers sit on a bench sipping coffee. Boris jokes about ghosts in the forest, just as Kyra walks out of the woods and greets them. Boris offers her cookies. Jonathan can't take his eyes off her. Later, Vinny openly flirts with Boris and Kyra mocks her obsession. Kyra confesses she's struggling to find a theme for her next story. Vinny suggests living through something dramatic, like a scandal with a teacher. Neither of them has had a serious relationship. Vinny laughs, saying her first date should be with Boris. Meanwhile, Kyra must come to terms with how Jonathan looks at her, but she denies everything. Later during class, they keep stealing glances at each other. Jonathan asks her to stay after school. In her mind, she just wants his full attention. Later, Jonathan is dancing alone again when Kyra walks in. She promises not to tell anyone about his little hobby. He invites her to a poetry club. Maybe it'll surprise her. He has read her latest work and loved it. Embarrassed, Kyra explains what it's about. Jonathan laughs and challenges her to write in the style of her favorite author. She accepts, adding that she's read his book and even quotes a few of her favorite lines. He's speechless. She breaks the silence, apologizes, and Vinny enters, ending the moment. Jonathan and Beatrice visit a cafe where Vinny works. Boris jokes with her. Beatrice asks about the girl reading Jonathan's book. He says she's smart and unique. Beatrice coldly replies that Jonathan isn't a real writer. Ever since becoming a teacher, he hasn't written anything new. Kyra attends the poetry club the next day. She feels it will be a meaningful day. Jonathan is happy to see her. A boy steps on stage and reads his work. Jonathan listens intently back, but Kyra watches only him. The following morning, Kyra brings coffee for the teachers. Boris shares his cookies. She wonders why his cookies are so good. He could sell them. Vinny suggests making him a logo. Later, the girls visit Jonathan. He tells them he's going on vacation with his wife. Vinny sees how Kyra and Jonathan talk, and once they leave, she tells Kyra to seduce him. Their conversation is interrupted by Boris, who announces he's starting a cookie business, and Vinny joins immediately, asking only for his number. That day, Kyra calls Jonathan. He promises to stop by before his trip. Kyra reflects on how real love is quiet and inevitable. Hours later, Jonathan visits. She walks out in a white dress. All he can do is stare. She tells him to come closer, and he doesn't move, so she kisses him. Back home, Jonathan keeps getting messages from Kyra. Beatrice is annoyed by the notifications. He hides in the shed to read Kyra's new manuscript. He's hooked and envisions them as the main characters. He gives in to temptation. Next day, Kyra senses something's off. Jonathan tells her to choose a new author to admire. She reminds him that he asked her to write about what she knows, and she did. He asks if it's true. She says it's about two people alike who reject social norms. He thinks the story is too mature. She thinks he's scared. They're no longer strangers. He argues that he's her teacher. She still wants his approval. She tells him he lacks ambition and responsibility. Before leaving, she drops her story in the administration's box. Later, Vinny asks if Kyra likes Jonathan. Kyra jokingly calls him like a fake sushi bar, but admits she still loves him. Meanwhile, Beatrice discovers Jonathan is reading a student's work. He won't say who. She persuades him to tell the truth. Kyra tells Vinny to text Boris. She does. He visits Jonathan's house. Beatrice notices him texting someone but doesn't pry. Then the school administration calls Jonathan. He's being accused of inappropriate conduct. Beatrice warns him it's not just his job and it's their life. Jonathan swears nothing happened. The next day, Kyra skips class. Vinny is distressed and tries to guilt Jonathan, but he remains cold. Kyra then goes to the principal and recounts her adventures. Fortunately for Jonathan, their stories align. When asked if anything happened that she didn't like, Kyra replies, "Nothing happened that I didn't want." Jonathan never finds out her answer, but it shakes him. At recess, Boris realizes Jonathan fell in love with Kyra and that he crossed a line. That's why everything went wrong. At home, Beatrice confronts Jonathan. He can't deny the spark between him and Kyra. It's the final straw. She plans to file for divorce. Vinny pleads with Kyra not to destroy Jonathan's life just because he rejected her. Vinny says she'll defend him, claiming Kyra is lying. Kyra replies, Vinny can't do that, because she has dirt on her and Boris. As Kyra finishes her book about her and Jonathan, the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comments what you thought of this film, or just drop something fun. See you soon. Bye.